50, and Vintage Crop has the advantage from George Augustus. Vintage Crop, under a nice quiet ride from Mick Canaan, wins it snugly 3 parts of a length.
Arnie's wife, Sarah, who is over there to supervise the saddling of Kathanga. Let's hear what she's saying.
Kathanga's quite a lazy worker at home. She doesn't go with very good horses. Owner Al puts everything into her work, and so you wouldn't want to compare them, really. No.
Good luck with Kathanga.
Okay, thanks.
Portrait Gallery already installed in stall number 5 in the colours of Jacqueline O'Brien, whose husband Vincent trained our last winner. Portrait Gallery trained by Charles O'Brien. Here comes the favourite, Vintage Crop. Teddy looks well enough.
Yeah, he looks great. And the race, the whole day, sponsored here by Michael Smurfett. It'll be nice for him with all his friends around to win the Leger here as well. And I must mention too, Michael Smurfett. There we have 7 is Raysika, one of John Ox's 2 runners. Raysika, who is no match for Witness box here the last day. Bob's return, Tracy, he must be a favourite of yours.
Well, he hasn't won since the Doncaster Leger last year. He's a 3-to-1 shot, 7-to-4 Vintage Crop, 5-to-1 Kathanga, Gothic Dream on 7s, 14-to-1 Raysika. Tony?
Raysika, the last in already for the Jefferson Smurfett Memorial Irish St. Leger. 1 mile and 3/4 ahead of them, and they're away. Off and running, and Clivedon Gale on the outside is the early leader. Clivedon Gale, one of Dermot Wells' 2 runners, making it by just over a length from Bob's Return in second. Portrait Gallery next on the inside of the favourite Vintage Crop, and they're tracked by Gothic Dream. Katanga is next, followed by Raysika, and the back marker by about 4 lengths in the early stages is My Patriarch. And as they stretch along the far side of the Curragh down towards the 1.5-mile start, it's Clivedon Gale and Pat Shanahan in the lead by almost 2 lengths. Bob's Return in second, then a break of 5 to Vintage Crop. 3 parts of a length away on the inside, Portrait Gallery. As they stretch along now, having covered almost 3 furlongs, Clivedon Gale the leader by 1.5 lengths to Bob's Return, and they've opened up a 7-length gap over Vintage Crop in third. Then Portrait Gallery, 1/2 length off the grey comes Gothic Dream, tracked by Kathanga. Raysika, the last one in shot, and just coming into picture now, and 3 lengths last is My Patriarch as they run around now, heading towards the 1.25-mile start. Clivedon Gale in front by 1.5 lengths to Bob's Return, who's 8 lengths clear of Vintage Crop. Vintage Crop 1.5 lengths in front of Gothic Dream, and neck away Portrait Gallery. Then Katanga, a length back, 2 lengths to Raysika, and 4 to My Patriarch, and Walter Swinburne at the tail of the field as they run towards the mile marker now. Clivedon Gale from Bob's Return, still 1.5 lengths separating them. They're about 5 in front of Vintage Crop, who's followed all the time by Gothic Dream. Portrait Gallery in touch on the inside. Katanga has 2 behind her at this stage, Raysika and My Patriarch, as they come to the 7 pole, the halfway stage in the Irish Leger. Clivedon Gale continues to make it, 2 lengths away. Bob's Return second, then a gap of over 4 lengths to Vintage Crop, who's closely followed by Gothic Dream. Katanga beginning a move on the outside. Portrait Gallery's lost a couple of places, about to be joined by Raysika, and still in rear is My Patriarch as they race up the hill towards the 6 furlong pole, and past it, it's Clivedon Gale. 2 lengths up on Bob's Return. Vintage Crop's getting closer in third, followed closely by Gothic Dream. Katanga 1/2 length off on the outside. Raysika and Portrait Gallery together. 3 lengths last is My Patriarch as they begin the descent. They've less than 5 furlongs to race, and Clivedon Gale's the leader by 1.5 lengths to Bob's Return. 4 lengths Vintage Crop in third. Katanga's gone 4, Gothic Dream 5, Raysika 6, Portrait Gallery last but 1, and last of all is My Patriarch as they swing down towards the straight. Clivedon Gale and Pat Shanahan. Bob's Return, Philip Robinson moving up alongside. Vintage Crop is after them in third, and into the turn now with 2.5 furlongs to race. Clivedon Gale towards the left, Bob's Return up the centre of the track. The yellow colours, Vintage Crop, Katanga's 4, Raysika 5, Gothic Dreams under pressure. My Patriarch's beginning to make ground. Portrait Gallery's last of all. Inside the 2, and Vintage Crop comes through to take Bob's Return. Katanga's in 3. They're followed in 4th place by Raysika, but it's Vintage Crop the leader as they come to the final furlong in the Irish St. Leger. Vintage Crop and Mick Canaan out in front, 3 lengths clear. Katanga, Raysika's He's running a big race on the stand side, but it's Vintage Crop out in front. He's going to win it for the second consecutive year and racing up to the line. The favourites home, Vintage Crop, the first leg of the double maybe. Vintage Crop, the easy winner. Second Race Seeker, 3 Katanga, 4 My Patriarch, 5 is Bob's Return, and they're clear from Cliveden Gale. Then came Portrait Gallery, and Gothic Dream trails in last. So Vintage Crop, the Melbourne Cup winner of last year.
Draw their swords and kick on. Now I've got a good inside info here that Kudos is the fancied runner here, and he's the grey. Now then. And yes, they were telling me earlier, watch out for the grey horse ridden by the jockey in the red with the black cap. 20 seconds from now, of course, the Army does everything by the watch, and he's looking at his watch, and very soon the charge will commence from the final fence. They'll be jumping in the Grand National, the Scottish National here that we'll have in April next year, the big jumping day of the year. And, well, we agreed at 3:57 precisely, and we're all set to go with the charge of the Royal Scots Dragoon Guards. They start off slow, but it will get faster and faster, and you just wait. If you were at the enemy at the far end of the course and you saw this lot coming to you, now they should break into the trot. The horses are keen to get on with it. The horses' ages range from 6 to 14, and I don't think they'll be able to hold them back much longer. The order will be given to break into the canter, and then the charge. Now the canter getting themselves ready, and charge. Here we go. Love it, love it. They were supposed to finish all upsides, but there's a bit of rivalry going on there. Good stuff by the Royal Scots Dragoon Guards. The 14 Greys led by Captain Baz Nicholl. Our thanks to them. The band now marching in front of these pack stands on the turf, where in about 15 minutes the 29 runners in the 1994 running of the Ayr Gold Cup will be thundering along. Walking along the middle of the course, and that does seem to be the favoured middle, or will it be the far side? Will it be the high numbers? Big Mac says no. We'll soon find out. This is number 22, Diminuet, going down early.
Claiming 5. Neither Nor, ridden by Gary Carter. Big vibes to that at 12 to 1. Daring Destiny, the Stands Rail runner, blinkered for the first time. Jason Tate claims a 3. He's the leading apprentice. That's a 16 to 1 chance. Dummula, ridden by Jimmy Quinn at 12 to 1, is on the other side of the track, drawn 1. Diminuet on the post early, 50 to 1 Alan Mackay. How's Your Father, 25 to 1 Pat McCabe. Absolute Magic, 33 to 1 Brett Doyle. Palace Gate Touches Visor, 25 to 1 with Gary Barbwell. First Vale, Mark Birch puts up 2 pounds overweight on this 50 to 1 chance. Encore Milady, 33 to 1 Rodney Lappin. Mr. Jolson, ridden by Steve Drown with a red cap, 25 to 1. Completing the lineup, Anselman, 25 to 1. Paul Fessy claiming 7. Runners to post for the Ladbroke Ayr Gold Cup.
If you're looking for a fairy tale success, could it be this one? Neither Nor, number 19. Trained by Epsom trainer David Wilson, but he was born in Troon, 5 miles north of Ayr, and if this horse could win today, this would be his first training success in Scotland. I know many people like this horse. Jim McGrath, I know you're particularly keen on this one's chances.
Yes, I'd be even happier if she hadn't picked up a £7 penalty for winning at Salisbury last time out, but that form of is beginning to work out well with the second-placed horse and one further down the field, both winning this week. She's a filly who ideally wants 7 furlongs, but we've seen time and time again at this Ayr meeting this week on this false sticky ground, horses running what seems at short of their optimum distance are actually coming through here. Horses that, for example, running a mile that really won 9 furlongs or a mile and a quarter came to the fore yesterday in the mile handicap. Today, a 7 furlong filly running in a strongly run 6 furlong race. If she doesn't get too far behind early on, she should go very well indeed. Beautifully collected for Gary Carter, going down in nice and relaxed fashion. If you backed her, she'll go late, but if you backed this one, you expect to see him from the word go. That's Double Blue, looks tremendously well. The mount of Jason Weaver, trained by Mark Johnson, going down with real relish. Can't wait to get on with the job, and what a tough and consistent sprinter he is. Well, Mark Johnson ended a long spell of losers earlier this afternoon when he took the nursery. Will he land the Ayr Gold Cup? Tomo's talking to him.
Jim McGrath has just said, will he land the Ayr Gold Cup?